Medical schools look at your entire application. Everything you put on there matters. What's going on, future docs in the building, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Kristyn and I will be starting medical school this summer. So today, you guys, we're talking about what are medical schools looking for, like for real looking for in your application. I know a lot of us, even last year when I was applying, I was so caught up on this whole GPA, MCAT, that's all they care about. No, please get that misconception out your head. I want you to cancel it, get off of Student Doctor Network. If you really want guidance, if you want to know about the application, ask people who have done it and ask your mentors, ask pre-health advisors. A lot of what I'm saying today comes from deans of admissions, comes from students who have been accepted, who are already in medical school, and mentors. So we are credible sources. Please do not listen to your classmates all the time, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. But no, listen to me. I have 3 points that I'm going to talk about that really make up your entire application, and we're going to dive into like what schools are looking for real in each category. But before we get into that, we're going to do an exercise just so we can engrave this in our brains. Medical schools look at each and every applicant holistically. So I'm gonna just need your hands. We're gonna do this together, okay? We're gonna say holistically on 3 and slowly. 1, 2, 3.
Holistically.
Beautiful, we love it. Okay, let's get into this. 3 main points: academics, experiences, and attributes. So just to get this out the way real quick, academics. Yes, we know they look at the scores. Cool. But we also need to know.
I found this on the web.
No. What about the score? They're looking at each semester, the trends in your GPA. Did you go up? Did you go down? Was it like a little roller coaster ride? Where did you struggle? Okay, well, if they got a C in this semester, what was this class? What were they doing during the semester? They put all of the pieces of the puzzle together based on the information that you provide in your entire application. So second thing, experiences. Admissions committees want to know, do you have an idea of what a doctor does? Do you really understand their role in their community? Have you seen a physician interact with patients more than once? What was that like? Can you see yourself doing that? So that's where your shadowing comes in. You want to be able to talk about what you saw the doctors do, why they did what they did, and how did you feel about it? Were you excited? Another thing, public service, volunteering, get involved in your community. Admissions committees love to see that you want to give back because of course we all want to help people, and we're not doctors yet, so how else are you going to help people in the meantime? You can volunteer. Give up your time without anything in return, just out of the kindness of your heart, and serve your community because your community needs you. So research. I don't want us to get so caught up in we need research. Research is not a requirement. There are so many students who have gotten into medical school without research. There are some medical students who hate research. Research is a good example of lifelong learning. It shows that you're interested in other things. That's something that's really good on your application, but you don't need it to get into medical school. So if you thought you were going to be doing some research during the summer, and you don't have any research experience, still submit the application. So attributes, I want to spend a lot of time on attributes because I feel like we don't really pay as much attention to attributes as we need to. Can you show in your application your passion? Can you articulate your purpose as to why you want to be a doctor? Why have you done these things during the last few years that are on your application? How are you explaining your experiences? This is not a job description. When you get to AMCAS and you're writing in your experiences, don't just give a job description like you would see on like Indeed. Yes, give a few sentences about what you did, what your roles were, but also talk about what did you gain from that experience. Can you reflect back on that experience and remember a time when you were challenged? Remember a time where you were excited, you were delighted in work that you provided to someone. How has that shaped you? How has that changed you? And will you be able to apply this in later days? Will you be able to apply it in medical school, in your career? What are your letters of recommendation saying about you? Those also add to this field of attributes. Your professors, your mentors, whoever you are getting letters of recommendation from, you want to make sure that they have an understanding of who you are. Before you ask for that letter of recommendation, think back. How long have I been working with them? Do they really understand who I am? Do they know me? If this is a professor who you just do well in their class and you never really talk to them and you want a letter of recommendation, that's not, you really gonna have to work with this professor, okay? You can ask for certain things. You wanna ask, can you provide me a strong letter of recommendation just off the bat? Emphasize strong letter of recommendation. If they say no, then great. You just dodged the bullet because nobody wants to read 2 lines. This person was in my class. They got an A in my class. I think they'll be a great doctor. I don't know what your recommenders are saying, but you want it to be like a few paragraphs, a page, or something. Really have them talk about who you are, your personality, your attributes. Are you teachable? Are you professional? Do you show respect? Are you curious? Things that can really make up a great doctor. Your personal statement also touches on your experiences and your attributes. How are you articulating what you've learned in the process? All these things that have accumulated over time, and now they've motivated me to want to do this, to want to become a doctor. But really, schools want to see who you are. Schools want to understand your story. Schools aren't just looking at your GPA and MCAT score. You have the stats, cool. But do you have the mindset too? Do you have the motivation? If you fail a test, your academics are out the window. What's gonna push you to keep going? It has to be your passion, your purpose, because we're not perfect. So please, before you submit the application, look at the entire thing. Is it telling a story? Do your different experiences relate to each other? Do they relate to your personal statement? Do your letters of recommendation actually reflect who you are? So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I always make sure to respond to you guys' questions because I love helping y'all. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video, and good luck on your application season. Bye.